Hi guys, Jane Hamill, FashionBrainAcademy.com, and today is day three of 5, all about working with a sewing contractor. Let's go. 5 questions you need to ask them before you decide to work with them. Number 1, what's your lead time? From the day I give you my order with all of the goods you're going to need to sew my product, including, finished pattern, fabrics, trims, everything, how long is it going to take for you to have this back to me? They're always going to give you a lead time that is generally shorter than it really is. So pad that sucker. So if they say usually we deliver within 6 weeks, I would allow for 8 to 10 weeks. I always like to try to pad that time. Number 2, what machines do you have? What capabilities do you have? You'll probably know, unless you're brand new, you'll know what machines you need, but it's good to know what they have. So what if they say, yeah, we have cover stitch, we have this, and then we have this. That can also lead you into being able to design in a different way to get a product that's even more fabulous than the one you already have. Number 3, do you have sewers that take things home at night? This is really important, and in some of the bigger cities, it's not a big a deal, like in New York City or LA, it's probably not as common, but I have definitely found in the smaller markets, in Chicago for instance, they have sewers who work from home, they have kids, whatever, they come in, they pick things up, and they sew it at home, and they bring it back the next day. I'm not a big fan of this because nobody's watching them, and there's nobody there to ask questions when they get stuck. So I ended up, after a few years in business, saying, if you have sewers that take things home, don't have them work on my things. The quality never comes out as good. That was my experience. Doesn't mean it's going to be yours. I'm not opposed to people who sew at home, not at all. But just if you go to a factory, I want them to be working in the factory. You dig? Number 4, could I please see other samples of what you've made? It's totally cool to go in and say, hey, show me what you're working on. What brands do you work with? What pieces have you just sewn? So you can see an idea of the actual quality rather than just them telling you how great they are and what brands they work with. You want to actually see the samples and the production that they're making. And number 5, may I walk the floor? So you want to get out there and walk the production and the sewing floor, see where they cut, see where they press, see the facility, and get a real feel for if it feels right for you and if you get a good vibe. If the sewers seem happy, if sometimes I go to factories and I would walk through and wave to everybody and hi, and you get it, it feels right. And sometimes you walk and something about it doesn't feel right, and those feelings, that intuition in your gut, that matters when you're choosing a factory, okay? So 5 things to remember. Number 1, what's your lead time? Number 2, what machines do you have? What capabilities do you have? Number 3, do sewers take work home at night, or is everything done on premises? Number 4, may I see the samples that you're working on now and the production you're making right now? And number 5, could I walk the floor? You can go with them. They might not want to let you loose out on their factory floor, and that's cool, but could I walk the floor? All right, those are your tips. Tomorrow we'll have more tips for working with Sewing Contractor. If you're new to this, then I want you to know about a workshop all about how to work with Sewing Contractor. We'll take these types of topics, also throw in there, where to find a manufacturer, what to bring when you go, what other questions to ask them besides this, how to really interview one and see if it's right, how to check up on them, and so much more. So if you need that information because you're getting started working with a contractor, join us in the workshop. I'm sure the link is here somewhere on this page. Talk to you soon. Bye.